Briefing was basically to update the press and the public on what transpired in the last 2 weeks, where we had the first senior officials meeting on 7th, and we discussed different areas of cooperation, and a matrix was adopted by senior officials. This culminated into agreed minutes of the Ministerial Joint Permanent Commission, the first ever. That was the first session of the Joint Permanent Commission between Uganda and Somalia, and the agreed minutes were agreed. MOUs were signed. We signed an MOU on diplomatic and political consultations, that is between the respective ministries of foreign affairs. We also signed an MOU on defense cooperation between the respective ministries of defense, but we also signed an MOU on trade cooperation between the respective ministries of trade. Thereafter, of course, there was an investment and business summit where both heads of state presided over, and they gave very wonderful remarks on the cooperation, strengthening cooperation between the two countries. Even our president committed to support Uganda, to support Somalia to join East African Community, which will strengthen the base in terms of market and in terms of our cooperation framework areas with Somalia. But we also had an MOU signed between Uganda Investment Authority and the Somalia Investment Promotion Office, what we call SOMINVEST. But above all, we have been having quite a number of symposia. We have had a number of forums or a number of summits, business summits, but we have never had outcome. This time around, we had a Kampala declaration for the investment and business summit between Uganda and Somalia. This declaration spells out the challenges that the business people and investors face between the two countries, and how they can engage the government to reduce on non-tariff barriers, if there are any, that they can be removed. But what crowned it more important is the establishment of the Joint Permanent Investment and Business Council, which is constituted by both representatives of respective countries to address the challenges faced by traders and investors in the respective countries, which I feel it is one of the best that we could have to borrow for the rest of other cooperation areas, that they can able to adequately and expeditiously address the challenges faced by the traders and investors in the respective countries. Still insecurity in Somalia, but there is also progress. Where it was in 2007 when UPDF went is absolutely different. And you'd ask yourself, why, if there is insecurity as it is, why should Ugandans get scared when the traditional and non-traditional donor partners are running so fast to go to Somalia? We have the traditional partners, the US, UK, but we also the non-traditional ones. We have China, Turkey, Qatar, Emirates. They are running to do business in Somalia. So why in Uganda was shed blood, was sacrificed a lot, not to benefit on those opportunities, to be able to harness our trade cooperation, but also investment opportunities? There is no doubt about the progress of security. There can never be business where there is no security. So it is the basis of the security, and credit goes to UPDF and other troop contributing countries of AMSOM, now ATMIS, that have helped some parts of Somalia to be pacified, so that we can be able to create a room for socio-economic transformation and business communities interaction. The business landscape is quite interesting. It is improving. I can avail you the statistics for how we have been trading, but it's exponentially growing. Some of it's because people have not been detailing it, collecting data, but there is some good progress that we have been having. Since we opened cargo, there is quite high demand in terms of our vegetables, in terms of our fruits, in terms of our agriculture products. So I can see gradual progress. Once we commenced the cargo in May, it has not gone back. It started from 500 kilograms to 1 ton, but now it is exponentially growing. Because of the demand, we have the best nutritious and organic. Where they have been importing, they are not organic like we are getting. And in terms of prices, they are even cheaper. We are unaffected sometimes by the transportation costs.